halfway through the game, but unfortunately that doesn't mean it's gonna get any easier from here on out. Welcome back to Kirby's Adventure. My name's Tails Fyraga. Oh, we'll play some vid games. Yogurtiest is the 5th level of the game, and it's kind of where the game starts to... Well, I mean... I say for each world, like, oh, this is where the game stops pulling its punches, but Yogurtiest in particular has some kind of mean secrets in it, and especially level 6, actually. Level 6, once we get to Orange Ocean, there's some secrets in there that are just kind of a pain in the butt. Not necessarily to access, mostly to find, but... Got ourselves a lovely little parasol here. Let's get rid of it. Because I actually want The Rock. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. But do not rock Dwayne Johnson. That would be very weird. Slam through, break down that floor, and it turns out there's another floor down here. That's... okay, well, maybe we're not gonna kill that Waddle Dee in peace. If you break through that floor, you get the next switch that we need. And this room is actually super weird because A, this room is ice physics. B, there's this vitality drink right next to the switch, even though the switch fully heals you. Oop. You're not supposed to be there. Oh god. Taking a lot of small hits. Of course, in the practice run, every enemy cooperated, but now that I'm actually recording this... Or should I say a recording that hopefully won't get corrupted this time. Recording that'll hopefully take. So, I'm probably going to be ignoring most of the sub-games from here on out. We're not necessarily in any danger of losing all of our lives, and to be honest, the sub-games take a while. Kill that fish. Oh yeah, by the way, you can press A to swim. But it's weird because you can't press A to float, but the underwater equivalent of swimming, the underwater equivalent of swimming, Lord knows you don't swim underwater, you swim in the air. You are a skyfish. I want my sword. I want fruit gummy. Oh, lost my fruit gummies. Man, I'm doing bad right now. Maybe I should restart this recording session. But Lord knows this is going to be the one that actually takes, so... Alright, door time. You may notice this door right here. Go into it, and you go backward. Makes a lot of sense. I want you to keep that in mind for like about a minute later. Actually, it might be an hour later given the slowdown here. Alright, going through this door, and you may be thinking, okay, well I don't need to go in through this door, because it's just gonna take me back. But actually, takes you to this one-up we saw earlier. It's really weird that it does that. Anyway, time for the Bonkers fight. Bonkers is a big boy. Play your cards right, he can be beaten pretty easily. I am gonna be a little bit careful not to get hit. Oh, yeah, so this slope, I actually want to show this off too. Let's avoid this Waddle Dee. If you are running down a slope and you press the B button to launch an attack, you actually will pop up into the air. And if you're not expecting that, well, you might not realize you're in the air, and you might die a horrible, terrible death. You might just go over that cliff. I can't believe I got away with that edit in the first video. This is recorded like a week after the first video went up. I don't think that I'm gonna get a heal from Crane Fever. Let's just continue on. I am also wary about getting rid of Hammer as well, mostly because... Really, Tails? Really? You are finding new and exciting ways to show that you are just very bad at video games. Kirby's Adventure, I mean, okay, it's a little bit of a harder game than you might give it credit for. I think that's partly because of the control and the slowdown screwing with you a lot. I'm still gonna keep going on about that too, because it's probably this game's only real issue. Is that, and maybe the fact that the other Kirby games change a lot of the gameplay elements? But even then, for like a second outing and a late NES game, this is a really, really good game. And it pushes the NES to its limits, and that's kind of both a good thing and a bad thing. You kind of see it as a bad thing, considering it also has a lot of slowdown because of just how good this game looks and a lot of the visual effects. Alright, you want to be careful about this. You can run across one-tile gaps, but it is very finicky. Sometimes you will just fall through no matter what. Break open this door, however. There's a secret room with a stone. Now, if I do this right and not screw it up, I will still die. This room is basically meant to kind of teach you that you can cancel stone in midair, and that's actually useful for getting that one up. I just didn't press up again in time. Also, I was wrong about this in Kirby's Adventure at least. Stone doesn't go down slopes in this game. I'm in a bad spot though. No, we're fine. And of course, we want to get rid of stone and take our nice little parasol ride here. Actually, parasol is reminding me of a glitch that I can show off in this episode too. It's actually a super useful glitch too. Okay, I didn't quite get through unscathed, but there's a Peppy Cola down there, so we're in the clear anyway. I'm not gonna get another one-up from this, am I? You know what? Since I mentioned that glitch, actually, let's show it off. Go into any stage that has a power that can grant Kirby a weapon. So, in this case, let's pick Parasol. Now, press start and select at the same time, and if you noticed, during the fade out, the power star, the ability star, was gone. Or, it was out of our body, but we still held the Parasol. If you time it right and then exit the stage, now we're normal Kirby, but with a Parasol. And the cool part about this is, if we get hit, we don't take any, or we don't lose our power. Now you can discard the power as well, and the power is lost when you die. If you discard the power and swallow it again, you actually get nothing, because Kirby's counted in a normal state. That's why he's pink and not orange. Actually, I wonder now if Kirby's color palette change when he's got a copy power was kind of a way for Miyamoto and Sakurai to reconcile their differences. Because I remember reading there was a lot of infighting about what Kirby's color actually should be. Sakurai wanted pink, but Masahiro Sakurai, one of the creators of the franchise, wanted it to be pink, but Shigeru Miyamoto, I mean, I don't really need to explain who Miyamoto is, but I can do it anyway. The guy behind such great games as Donkey Kong and Mario and Zelda and stuff, he wanted Kirby to be yellow instead. That's also the reason why Kirby's Player 2 palette in games that allow you to play as multiple Kirbys, such as like, how did that trident go through me? How did that dumb salad fork go through me? Whatever. Let's just roll with it. But that's why Kirby's two-player palette in a lot of multiplayer games is usually yellow. It's like in Dream Course he's yellow, in The Smash Brothers series, Player 2's palette is usually yellow. It's also the reason why, or one of the reasons why, Kirby is white on the box art for, or the North American box art for Kirby's Dream Land, for the Game Boy at least. Because there was some infighting at Nintendo about what color Kirby should be, so they decided, well, the Game Boy's a black and white system, or technically a pea green system, so let's just make him white on the box art. Which makes sense, he kind of looks like a marshmallow because of that, but, I mean, it's the food angle of Kirby, so... By the way, this 1-up, just eat it with the power of suction. You have the power, you have the strength, the determination. Alright, I'm just gonna let the body slam go on the right side here. That's another stage down. Gone through these pretty quick. We might actually have enough time to record level 6 as well. I'm recording this, I shouldn't be saying this, but I'm recording this right before I go to work. So this might end up being a short episode. Alright, let's see the arena. The arena is bonkers. Okay, well the arena's not actually that difficult, Tails. It's pretty easy if you know what you're doing. No, I mean the guy's name is literally Bonkers. Defeat him! Let's get Hammer! Unfortunately, you cannot do the start and select glitch in this, in the arena because there is no continue or exit stage sign. Which is unfortunate because I think the hammer is actually required for a secret in this stage. So you know what I could do? I can use the glitch. If this is the stage I'm thinking of... Oh no, we're gonna have to get rid of this immediately, actually. Now that I think about it. Because the first secret down here... Yeah, this wasn't the stage I was thinking of. Damn, it's stage 6. This secret is a pain in the ass. Basically, you require both high jump and fire for the secret. Now, you might not think that, it's gonna be too much of a pain in the ass, but if you're not careful with how you suck the enemies up, you're going to be entering and re-entering that door for a while. And unfortunately, you do need this cannon, because it's one of the secret switches you need for 100%. Thankfully, you land right on top of the switch. I did not land in the way that I was expecting there. Okay. No, let's go back in. Or out, rather. It's incredible. I managed to do this secret the first try, and then immediately after that, I pay for my inheritance. Probably even mispronouncing that word as well. It's just something that I remember hearing from, like, cartoons as a kid. You will pay for your inheritance. Who knows? Alright, time for our next mini-boss. What you think it's gonna be? You think it's gonna be an adorable lion? Look at this lion, friend! He's so cute! Oh god, he's fiery, though. Fire Lion is a character that actually receives, like, a significant change in how he looks in the remake. And he's not like not like Rolling Tortoise or Toss Tortoise or whatever he's called. Where he's just replaced wholesale. Fire Lion does appear in later Kirby games, and in the remake of this game. But his design is very different, it's a lot more intimidating. I'll actually show the sprite on screen. It's kinda nuts, really. Alright, speaking of nuts, I'm gonna get rid of burning. The reason why is actually because burning will cancel out if you hit a slope. So I want laser, because laser's gonna be a little bit more effective in this room. Although I guess it doesn't really matter too much, and the game tries to give us burning back anyway. Alright. Now I'm gonna go through the... Do I want to actually show it off? Or, you know what? We're gonna bring Hammer into this next stage. I don't want to have to redo this next stage even more than I already have to. So if we can save ourselves a trip, that'll be super handy. Bonkers, give me your power! Alright. But, since this is a stage that warrants it, I am going to be using the glitch to keep it. Let's go in. Alright, this room full of wheels is not that important. These wheels are mostly here to soften you up and make you think that you're gonna need wheel for something, but you're really not. Now this room, you might think that you need wheel, but actually you can just dash this entire way through. As I've said before, Kirby is a little bit finicky with these one-tile gaps sometimes, but in that area at least it's consistent. I believe in this next room. Yep, here we go. This secret is a pain in the butt if you're on your first time through. Because you enter this room, and you see, oh, there's a bunch of blocks. Just ignore that. There's a bunch of blocks in there, and a door. Well, let's go in through the door, and it gives us a Maxim tomato. That's awful nice of it. These blocks, these green blocks right here, can only be broken by hammer and stone. And since hammer is the only power like that you can use underwater, you need to know to bring hammer into this world. Bring it into the world like a baby. It is your child. Your heavy mallet child. Also, there's nothing back here. Just a nice little aesthetic. Okay, this is such a good looking game though. Like, this art style is fantastic, honestly. Alright, and that's all the doors open here. And I'm gonna get rid of Hammer, because we're about to fight the next boss, and we kind of want a projectile for this fight. Which thankfully the boss giveth. Sometimes. I forget what this boss's name is. I think it's something like Mega Mole or Super Mole or something like that. But regardless, it's a mole tank. It'll dig through the earth. Unfortunately, this fight is an auto-scroller with a lot of RNG to it. The speed that the mole tank travels, yeah, see, he's going backward here. Whether he's gonna go up or down, a lot of it is just simply RNG. Now, these bullets that he fires actually do have powers to them. I believe the red ones in particular give you sleep, Kirby. I think it's stone and sleep, or ball and sleep, or something weird like that. Regardless, however, sleep is a mean power for an auto-scroller, but it doesn't really matter. This is the Kirby dance. Do 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 bow. Such a nice touch. Okay, this world. Almost every stage in this world has a secret, and some of them are really annoying to get. Now, this first stage actually has another glitch that I'm not gonna show off. For the sake of, it's a super pointless glitch, and also I value your eyes. If I do show it off, I'll probably edit in some footage. I'll probably show it on both the Nintendo Switch Online and the, and like a ROM or an emulated version. Not that this doesn't count as a non-emulated version, this is clearly emulated, but But it's a, something that does a little bit of a weird thing depending on... Ooh, hammer. Nice. We actually save ourselves a trip for this, next secret here. Oop. Dodge those fireballs. Hammer breaks this block. Or stone, if you prefer. Burning also breaks them, actually, now that I think about it. But again, you can't use burning underwater. And burning only attacks enemies horizontally, so it's useless for that secret. Nope! Don't get cocky, man. Don't get cocky, it's gonna get rocky. Just wanna... this flamer here. I don't trust him! Case in point. God, Orange Ocean is honestly, like, my least favorite world in this game, which stinks because the music for it is really good. It fits the island theme well. The pirate theme that some of the later levels have, too. But this world just... a lot of the levels are just kind of a pain in the butt. And it's weird, because I don't remember the last level of this game being so bad. Level 7, Rainbow Resort. Honestly, isn't that bad compared to this. There's not nearly as many secrets to find, for starters. But it's also the obligatory ice world, so maybe I've spoken too soon. Okay, good. We're not on the pirate ship stage just yet. The pirate ship stage has a nasty gimmick to it. Or a nasty secret, rather. Let's just get this Peppy Cola. I'm just gonna call it that. Kirby takes a break. Drinks a Pepsi, turns into a rock. That's what happens. Nope, nope, I actually want that. This is the secret I'm thinking of, I actually want that. And hey, we despawned the Scarfies, nice. Actually, no, shoot, we need hammer for this one. I think. Might be a stage we have to come back to. Let's find out. No! Okay, we're good. We're good. All you gotta do is pound the pole. And there's a lovely little switch here, as well as 2 exit doors. Both of these exit doors lead to the same screen, just different sides of the screen. You want to move immediately, though, because those sparky dudes will fall on you. You don't want that to happen. Get past these kaboos. Can I convince you to get in my mouth? It's a question that I ask all the time. Oh, right, Scarfies explode in this game, so you can't even do the slide kick on them. Give me your powers, UFO man. Give me your powers so that I may proceed through here. No. It went right through my mouth. It went right through my suction power. It decided, nah man, I'm out. You're not treating me with the respect I deserve, and you know what? That's fair. Honestly, good reason to leave. Here's the pirate ship. Alright. No, this stage provides hammer. This stage provides hammer. Tails, what are you doing? We get the tools that we need. But this has one of the meanest secrets in the game, in my opinion. One that you will not have fun with your first time through if you don't know it's there. It doesn't require, like, oh, you gotta do some hardcore power juggling or anything like that. But it does require a very, very, very hidden door. Give me your nuts, my man. Thank you. Your check's in the mail. Climb up this ladder, break this crate with hammer, and then we go all the way down here. Now you might not think too much of this. It's just, you've broken a block. You might not think too much of it. Go one tile over and press up. And don't go back into the door. There we go. Yeah, we need a laser for this. There we go, it provides. Provided us with laser. Go in through that door. Now go in through this door. And be careful, because you only have one shot at this per entry into the room. Because the fuse doesn't automatically respawn in this game. You have to scroll it off screen. Doing so opens the Crane Fever game for this world. And also, actually, I think this is where we wanted to go, too. Other than that, most of the hidden rooms are, like, for health or one-ups, so they're not really necessary. 100% completion is just map completion, honestly. So you don't need to go to, like, every room, you don't need to get every one-up and copy every power. If I'm remembering this game correctly, you just need to find all the switches. And obviously beat every stage. I keep forgetting Scarfies explode. It's weird, because in some games they don't. In some games they don't. In some games they're perfectly fine, I'm pretty sure. We're actually making some decent progress through this. Well, I mean, to be fair, that's what happens when you've got the practice. And to do a little bit better. Who would have thunk it? But we're halfway through this level, honestly. Well, I can just break this with a slide kick. Don't need to worry too much. This is another mean secret to figure out, too. Actually, I'll show off a bunch of things in this room. Primarily breaking that for one-up later. There is a vitality drink over here, right next to the Shotzo. It's where I keep all my Beppis, all my Cherry Coke. I have a Cherry Coke of sadness right now. Which, okay, it might seem like a little bit of a weird phrase. But let me tell you. Zero sugar Cherry Coke. Probably healthy for me, but, or healthier than, I guess, normal Cherry Conk would be. But at the same time, I hate the, like, the aspartame taste that a lot of, like, things use as a sweetener. I can just eat this guy. I don't know why I'm doing this. Just to kind of show off that you can make him just jump, but he doesn't want to jump. Since he didn't want to jump, well, I have no use for him. You're useless to me. Brush by that Gordo. A brush with death. Now, if you were wondering, okay, well, where's the next secret, Tails? It's in here. You might not know to think in here, but it's in there. Like swimwear. And it just poops you back out. Give me sword. Give me the power to defeat my enemies. tear their flesh asunder to avoid getting hit by that, that bomber. Oh, right, this super fast Waddle Doo. I have no idea why, but he's just crazy fast. Oh, I want Parasol for this. Thankfully, to provide. I didn't cover this, by the way, but if a Waddle Doo is holding a Parasol, you will get Parasol and not Beam. It's probably self-explanatory at this point, but I'm sure someone out there, if I had a following anyway, would have called me out on that. Showing, why didn't you demonstrate Waddle Doo and the Parasol, and the fact that Waddle Doo has an umbrella, and he's having a cute little day. Because I didn't think it was that important to cover? Question mark? Alright, stage 5. Get into ice level territory now. I know ice levels are kinda contentious with a lot of people, and it makes sense. I understand why people don't like ice levels most of the time. Because when a game, a lot of times, the best part of a game is the control. Being able to get used to how a game controls and functions. And ice levels, oh my god, that hit stun too. Ice levels take that away from the player. Pass that. No, I don't want 2 bombs, I don't even want 1 bomb. So ice levels get rid of a lot of that control that a lot of games kind of rely on. I understand that. I think, and maybe it's because I live in like hot, humid Maryland and stuff. It's not that hot, but it does kind of get 100 degrees here sometimes. I just think ice levels look really pretty. Honestly. Like, ice and snow is an aesthetic I can get behind. Because, again, I just think it looks pretty. I'm gonna cut open that floor. Open the door. Cut up the floor. Oh, I was hoping there would be like a tomato or something down there. Alright, so you might be wondering, what do we do? Really? Alright. Couldn't jump over you. That's fine, that's fine. We'll take that, I guess. Alright, if you try to speed through this area by floating, there's a Bronto Burt there. Fire, come back. Okay, never mind. This is a secret I hate just because it's kind of tedious, honestly. Turn around. There we go, we're despawning stuff. This man's gonna come down and he's gonna regret it. You probably already sussed out what we need to do. Get in the cannon. I'm gonna cut to a successful take of this. There we go. Of course, the moment I said, oh, I'm gonna cut away to a successful take of it, we get the successful take, but it's just kind of how the cookie crumbles sometimes. That sucks, and that's probably the rudest mandatory cannon ride you need. There is another cannon in World 7 that is more difficult. Requires very precise timing, from what I remember. But it's also not necessary for 100% completion. It's just for 1-ups. Alright. Now you might be thinking to yourself, what power do we need for this secret? And the answer is UFO. Or burning. But since this stage supplies you with UFOs, you may as well take it. Break open these ice blocks here. And we get the last secret of this world. See if we can keep UFO to the end of the stage now. UFO's fully charged shot is capable of destroying ice blocks. The only other one that you can get that has that power is burning or fireball Kirby in this game. No, I want fruit gummy. There we go. Good news, ladies and gentlemen. It does not help that the UFOs come in so fast. Oh god. Why did I do that? I mean, I know why I did that. It's because I'm really stupid, but... Give me your soul. Your soul is a UFO. Alright. There's actually two paths that we can take there, both of them leading to a different fight. I'll take this upper path to fight Poppy Brothers Sr., I guess. This leads us to an invincibility candy. And since we're a UFO, I mean, we're making a lot of good use of it. Alright, fully charged Star Shot on these ice blocks in particular breaks them. The other ones are immune, which is really weird. I think they're replaced with more obvious blocks in the remake. And of course we're not playing the remake, so if you didn't know that was there. See if we can keep UFO. Fortunately, we need a fully charged Star Shot in order to actually kill these guys, otherwise they take a lot of damage. Well, I mean, 2 beams does it. So the beam whip is good. Get rid of you and your salad forks. That's the end of that stage. And you might be wondering to yourself, alright, well, why is the stage ending on a metagang fight? There's a reason for it. Let's go on to the next boss. And it is Meta Knight himself. Welcome to the Meta Knight duel. Honestly, a really cool fight. But it's also a pain in the butt sometimes. Meta Knight can sometimes be very aggressive. He doesn't have a lot of the techniques that he has in the later games. He mainly just kind of walks at you and slashes. Or he does that. I don't think I've ever seen him do that move before. He's a challenging fight. He's probably the most challenging fight in the game, honestly. Thing about it though, he provides you a power at least, and he will not fight you until you take that power. I know a lot of later games, Meta Knight eventually gets sick of your shit and fights you even if you don't take the sword. But in this game, as far as I'm aware, you have to take that sword. Which makes sense, Meta Knight wants an honorable duel. He wants to see how you work, Kirby. But when you beat him, his mask breaks. He disappears. He was a Kirby all along. And that ends this video. There we go, we got those 2 worlds done in like 40 minutes. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all, actually. Alright, Rainbow Resort is the next world. So in the next episode, we're going to be going on to the end game, finishing up Rainbow Resort, and taking the fight straight to King Dedede himself. See you guys later. This is Jones Froggo signing out. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Since we're here at the end of the episode, there were actually 2 glitches that I wanted to cover. The first of these involves the paint roller boss of level 2 and is pretty easy to perform, though it's not consistent due to relying a bit around RNG. If you can get Mike Kirby in the fight and use the last charge of Mike Kirby to finish off Paint Roller and grab the Star Rod piece at the same time, the game actually underflows and gives you 256 charges of Mike Kirby. This actually allows you to use it in the next stage and, well, use it to your heart's content. It also causes the visuals to glitch out every time you use it, but this is temporary and it doesn't actually break the game that much. At least, not in the literal sense. If you want to break the game in the literal sense, head on over to Orange Ocean and bring Stone Kirby with you. In the first door of 6-1, there's actually a boss fight against the Rolling Turtle boss. You can skip it, but if you use Stone Kirby to break this block that the door is on, you'll actually find water underneath the block. Now, you're normally not supposed to be able to use stone underwater, but if you can time it just right, you can actually use stone in the water and break the game. Most of these will cause the game to crash, especially if you're playing on the Nintendo Switch Online version, but a lot of these will also cause the game's visuals to screw up as well. Sometimes the game will even progress as normal just with fucked up visuals. And this means that you can do it a second time and see if you can get any more results. I've also heard that this can let you warp directly to the credits, but I haven't been able to pull that off. It might require specific timing, or just getting really lucky. Either way, that's it for the glitches. I'll see you guys in the next episode.